So let's stay with the story and bring in Lutendo Bobodi. You would have seen him in shot as well, and there he is as we then are tracking to see just what the preparations are like. And Lutendo, we heard from Marshal Dlamini, but of course he speaks more on what's likely to be the content. And for you, I suppose just looking behind you, what the preparations looking like, but also at the same time, what have you heard in terms of what or who might be part of the program?
Well, thank you so much, Bongiwa. The party is quite assertive in terms of its intentions just before the local government elections, how they would like to perform and how they like to flex the muscles. But in the Limpopo, 2016, 14.50%, and 2026 going up to 16.81%. And, some people say that's not bad for a party of its age. And, of course, as I said, they would like to flex more muscle. They've admitted that since formation in 2013, they have not done particularly, well in terms of those election outcomes. But I just want to, bear with me, Bongiwa. I just want to take you through a little trip around this particular stadium. As you can see, this is Lutendo Stadium, built in 1979. This is a 47-year-old stadium. It's one of the largest stadiums in the province. It's the second largest, about 20,000 capacity, but it has hosted a lot of events and continues to do that. It meets the PSL standards, and also, it has hosted big events like your Women's Day, your Freedom Day over the years. 2 years back, President Ramaphosa hosted an event here, the Freedom Day event here, and you saw the capacity is there, although it's old. You look at the structure, Wangiwa, it was built in 1979, scaffold structure. It's an old one, but it has been a very reliable venue for people hosting big events here. We spoke about how people are just streaming into this town, Lutendo town. I was driving around earlier. The town is quite red all over. You see red regalia all over. You can imagine that a lot of people will be descending onto this venue tomorrow just to listen to what the leader of the EFF, Julius Malema, will be saying during that particular manifesto launch and that particular rally. I was trying to speak to some of the people here, and also I tried to reach to the leaders here, provincial leaders of the party. Unfortunately, I was not successful. But this is what is happening right now. This is what is unfolding, and tomorrow morning, of course, we'll give you more coverage of this particular rally.
And of course, Lutendo, one of the questions, I suppose, the posters that have been going around to say that you do have that manifesto launch, but about 2 kilometers away, there is another rally that is currently taking place. Let's perhaps talk about that particular dynamic.
2 kilometers, I don't think it's 2 kilometers, perhaps less than that. But of course, it's Makwarela Stadium. I was reading a statement from the EFF, and it's livid. They're spitting fire, saying that the ANC is now showing lack of maturity, political maturity, and of course tolerance. And they're saying that they're also alleging that they did not follow all the processes in terms of securing that venue, saying there's no security officer, there was no inspection. But they're also saying they're deliberately trying to counter this rally. As I said, I tried to reach out to local leaders here, the provincial leaders of the EFF, to try and gauge their minds and see what they're saying further about that particular issue. But this is what has been happening. The ANC also hosting its own event around, just about maybe 1 or so kilos from here, Bongiwa.
Even lesser, hey? One is even imagining, just how the dynamics at all, are going to be playing out in the public domain. But of course, it signals a lot of work for you tomorrow. Thank you so much for giving us that update there and the preparations as far as they go. My colleague, that's SABC News reporter Lutendo Bobodi, live for us in Thohoyandou.